Ave Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to the people in the synagogue at Nazareth, "Amen, I say to you, no prophet is accepted in his own native place. Indeed, I tell you, there were many widows in Israel in the days of Elijah, when the sky was closed for 3.5 years, and a severe famine spread over the entire land. It was to none of these that Elijah was sent, but only to a widow at Zarephath in the land of Sidon. Again, there were many lepers in Israel during the time of Elisha the prophet, yet not one of them was cleansed but Naaman the Syrian." When the people in the synagogue heard this, they were all filled with fury. They rose up and drove him out of the town and led him to the brow of the hill on which their town had been built, to hurl him headlong down. But he passed through the midst of them and went away. The Gospel of the Lord. Don't let Jesus get away. Don't do that. A little girl, a slave girl, seemed to be a nobody. She suggests Naaman to have a cure from Elisha the prophet, and look what happens. Maybe more current, I was thinking about Mother Angelica, a nobody but a religious sister who founded a media platform for Christian broadcasting that confounded all the efforts of the American bishops that they couldn't do. Without any money, she started an empire, a media empire for the sake of Jesus Christ. Mother Teresa, a nobody in India, with a heart to care for people who were dying and sick. And yet she would become a world figure, recognized in every country because of her goodness and her working for peace and charity. They didn't let Jesus get away. Then you have Juan Diego, a poor man, a nobody. But he is attentive to a vision he had of the Blessed Mother. He tried to run away, but he couldn't help himself. And now the shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe continues to exist. And millions have become Christians and Catholics because of him. Very recent, a young boy, Carlo Acutis, created a platform, an internet platform, to inform the whole world about the beauty of the Eucharist and Eucharistic miracles. Hundreds of them he recorded and reported. Died at a very young age, but his dying desire was for everyone to know about the Eucharist. You're saying to yourself, yes, but that could never happen to me. Some of us will apparently seem to fall into obscurity when our life is over. But what you do now, what we do now, will be recognized by angels and saints. And there'll be great cheering from the heavens because of the things, even the littlest things that we thought were nothing, managed to touch a soul and a heart and bring someone to Christ, or at least help someone find him. The mere suggestion that would say, did you ever think of going to confession? And somebody going and their life changed. The littlest things we might do can have a large impact when we are working and following Christ, not letting him get away, but keeping up with him instead. To not push him out of our town, but to invite him into our hearts, so that, guided by him, we may do things that seem like nothing, but in heaven they will give someone great glory and console the Sacred Heart of Jesus with what we do, even in the little things.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, quiaque merum isti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit, alleluia, ora pro nobis Deum, alleluia.